So Second Chronicles chapter 14, we're going to have a new change in leadership in Judah. Asa is going to take over. So verse 1, so Abijah slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the city of David. And Asa his son reigned in his stead. In his days the land was quiet 10 years. So that's good. They had some peaceful times. And Asa did that which was good and right in the eyes of the Lord his God. For he took away the altars of the strange gods and the high places, and brake down the images, and cut down the groves. Remember, groves are wooden idols that they had usually in groves of trees or in a building that had lots of pillars in it and things that they would use for fertility gods, Astaroth, and other things like that for fertility worship. And he got rid of all that, basically. Verse 4, and commanded Judah to seek the Lord God of their fathers, and to do the law and the commandment. And he took away out of all the cities of Judah the high places and the images, and the kingdom that was quiet before him. And he built fenced cities in Judah, for the land had rest, and he had no war in those years, because the Lord had given him rest. So he was doing what's right. The Lord blessed him without wars and contentions and problems with their neighbors, gave him a chance to rebuild their defenses, to improve the area for Judah. Now, this is just Judah, which is the southern end of the kingdom, not all of Israel. Verse 7, therefore he said unto Judah, let us build these cities, and make about them walls and towers and gates and bars, while the land is yet before us. Because we have sought the Lord our God, we have sought him, and he hath given us rest on every side. So they built and prospered. A very different outcome than what we have with the wicked king in here as well. So Asa's doing a good job. Verse 8, and Asa had an army of men that bare targets and spears. Now just pause for a second. Target is a large shield. Okay, it's not like I'm running around with a target, try to hit me. It's a large shield, basically. So out of Judah 300,000, and out of Benjamin that bare shields and drew bows 280,000. All these were mighty men of valor. So over 500,000 strong army. That's pretty good. Verse 9, and there came out against them Zerah the Ethiopian with an host of 1,000,000 and 300 chariots, and came to Mareshah. Then Asa went out against him, and they set the battle in array in the valley of Zephathah at Mareshah. and Asa cried unto the Lord his God, and said, Lord, it is nothing with thee to help, whether with many or with them that have no power. Help us, O Lord our God, for we rest on thee, and in thy name we go against this multitude. O Lord, thou art our God, let not man prevail against thee. So the Lord smote the Ethiopians before Asa and before Judah, and the Ethiopians fled. Now, what the Lord did, it doesn't say necessarily here if he did anything or if he just helped Asa's army do really, really well. It doesn't quite give enough detail in here. There's a little bit of the story also in Kings as well. You can look it up there. It says here, verse 13, and Asa and the people that were with him pursued them unto Gerar, and the Ethiopians were overthrown, that they could not recover themselves, for they were destroyed before the Lord and before his host, and they carried away very much spoil. And they smote all the cities round about Gerar, for the fear of the Lord came upon them, and they spoiled all the cities, for there was exceeding much spoil in them. They smote also the tents of the cattle, and carried away sheep and camels in abundance, and returned to Jerusalem. So some good times here for Israel, or for Judah, under Asa's rule. So finally a good prosperous king. Let's jump to the next chapter as we continue to learn more about his kingdom.